Cry it out to rise up. Now, many of us have been told or have heard that crying is a sign of weakness. And I'm here to tell you that crying will be the thing that will help you to elevate and to evolve to the next level. And I would like to share with you 10 tips or 10 things that I've learned about feelings. Now, the first one is to validate your feelings, which can sometimes be easier said than done. But I really recommend the phrase, I'm feeling. I am feeling sad, or I am feeling angry, or I am feeling scared, rather than saying, I am scared, or I am sad. There is a slight difference when we put in the word feeling. I am feeling. Automatically, it separates us from that feeling. And the same thing goes for like, I have anxiety or I have depression. Try to switch that around to, I'm feeling really sad or I'm feeling really scared right now. So you begin to realize that the feeling is not who you are. That's step one. Name it to tame it. Step two, try to assess a little bit more specifically where you are. And I definitely could have used this advice for myself a couple of years ago. Try to really be honest with yourself. For example, I'm feeling a little worried, or maybe I'm pretty scared, or, and I didn't say feeling in there, so always add the word feeling, or I'm feeling really terrified right now. So try to figure out where your level of suffering is. That's so important so that you can care for yourself in a way that will match your level of suffering. So that's step number two, assess where you are. Number three is to accept and allow the feeling, to feel the feeling. And you may have been told, don't worry, don't cry, so many times in your life that you may have become disconnected with your own emotions. So it might take time to build this strength to be able to allow a feeling. So if you notice yourself in your head maybe saying, oh, I shouldn't feel this scared, it's not a big deal. I know I've thought that before. I shouldn't be feeling this stressed out. I mean, I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm here, you know. So there can be a lot of denial and shame put on top of our feelings. So we want to try to take off that layer of shame and allow that feeling and let it be, because that's how it will flow through and be released. So that's step three, allow and accept. Step four, it does take time. If you're not used to feeling feelings, it can take time to build that trust within yourself, to be vulnerable with yourself. So just start wherever you are. Start small, and just if it's just a small feeling, or if you're having big feelings, maybe get some help with it. But one thing I remember doing is just holding myself and saying, it's safe to let this go now. It's safe to let this go now. And just feel that safety and feel the love too. It's really important to say loving things to yourself. Like, I love you no matter what. I love you no matter what you're feeling. So build that trust within yourself so you can be vulnerable with yourself. Number 5 is be friendly with everything. And that can be challenging too. But there are no negative feelings. Like, fear is, like, we're again conditioned to be like, well, fear is negative and happiness is positive. And there are definitely pleasant and unpleasant feelings. but they're all, when we're friendly with all of our feelings and we welcome them with loving kindness, then we can, hold that feeling with compassion and, allow it to release. So be friendly with everything. Give it that loving kindness. Number 6 is something I remember doing in therapy too. It was, I remember like a therapist telling me, well, where is it in your body? That used to drive me crazy because I'd be like, I don't know where it is in my body. And, sometimes now I can access where it is, like some tension in the neck or maybe a feeling in the chest that's not quite open. But what I found is that crying, if I just sit and just be with myself in quiet, in solitude, which many of us are right now. So it's a perfect opportunity to be feeling feelings. That the feeling will, the crying will naturally release whatever is there. We don't have to think about where it is in our body. So that can be helpful. But if you don't know exactly, the tears will release and will release wherever it is in your body for you automatically. Number 7 is, I have notes today, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I know, again, this goes back, I guess, kind of with a little bit of shame that if we're having, anxiety or depression or grief or whatever is coming up for you right now, know that this is not your fault, that this comes from subconscious thoughts that then create that feeling to arise. And these, thoughts are so fast. We have the conscious thoughts, but we have this background buzz of things going on all the time. So it can be, and these are things that, the unconscious mind was built in the first 7 years of your life. That's not your fault. Okay, so it's really important to know that and to have that compassion for yourself. Number 8, along the same lines, there is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you for having emotions. Having emotions is human. And maybe you grew up where feelings weren't really talked about or felt. And so you may have felt really, ashamed of having feelings. And so I really want to bring a humility and really to tell you that, yes, everybody has these feelings. It's not just you. And that you do maybe have bigger feelings than some other people. But that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that. And in fact, it can be the greatest gift in the world. And I'll tell you that you can also experience the most amazing joy and energy. It is possible. Number 9, it's okay to cry. I think that's the message that I really want to tell people, that being vulnerable is so powerful. So cry it out to rise up to your next level of personal growth and evolution. And finally, number 10 is to tell you that I believe that deep healing and real change can only happen when we feel our feelings. We can change our externals, that's sometimes not so difficult to do, but if we haven't healed the inside, then we're just going to find that we're kind of repeating and, oh gosh, this situation seems really similar. It's a different person or it's a different job, but I'm still having the same triggers and the same suffering. So we need to feel to heal. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I know it's a lot. I'm going to probably break it down into some separate, smaller videos. But maybe something I have shared has given you some insight or maybe even a small little shift. So many blessings on your journey. Be well and safe in these times. I'm Donna Schuster. I'm an empowerment coach for highly sensitive people and empaths, and you can find me at boldnessblooming.com. Thanks for watching.